winners and non-winners, because it takes a lot to put yourself out there in the political standpoint. So we just wanted to say that. And also to everybody that voted and our band members that voted, it does make a difference. So anyway, with that, we'll get on with the agenda. The invocation is now complete. And so we will call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Kathy Tabor.
Here.
David Morrison.
Here.
Travis Morrison.
Here.
Shane Drift. Shane Drift.
Here.
Peter Boney.
Here. Hello.
Okay, next we have approval of the agenda. Rob?
Okay, yep, I have to move Danny Paradas down under Travis Baki. She has a meeting till 10. And I have to add in Doris Isham with the contract for Dave Dance for the IHGB grant.
Okay, where do you want Doris at?
She can be added under me on other, so.
Okay. Any other additions? Okay, with that, I'll call for a motion to approve the agenda with those additions.
Hey, Gene wants to talk.
Oh, well, let me finish this motion first.
Okay.
I move.
Moved by Chief, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Travis, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Go ahead, Gene.
All right,
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Good, Gene.
Who's you, Gene?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'll start off with my ceremony with the tobacco, your tobacco offering to the east, the grandmothers and grandfathers. That's the Creator set up there. I offer them the tobacco and the food to the east. And over to the west, there's a lot of grandmothers and grandfathers that are offered your tobacco, and then your food. I offer them your everything that I have mentioned. Over to the west, I offer the Thunderbirds. Some call them B'nai Siub, grandmothers and grandfathers over there who we set. I made sure that they all get your tobacco and your week when you in. And of course, Jimmy Wedge. And over to the west, north, I offer this your tobacco to, especially the polar bear, the white bear, and the fox, all the beings that they set over there, the wing beings, the ones that are running around. I made sure they all got your tobacco and your week when you went. And up above, I made an offering to the stars, to the clouds, and to my grandpa, Wastianakut, which is a cloud. I made an offering to him and also to Nasi. Nasi is the one that taught me how to do the ceremonies. No matter what kind of ceremony it is, he made sure that I make anytime that tobacco was offered, that I should never refuse. So that's where I made the tobacco up above. And then the water beings, and Yeshua especially, the water beings on Spirit Island, the grandfather who takes care of the rice. Himino, as Nikanan, Himino is what they call it. And they make what I say, all the water beings, throughout the world. I made a special offering to the snapping turtle, the one that I was asked to do to help me with my healing ceremonies or any kind of ceremony that I do. That's kind of the water beings, especially the wild rice, and a little little mud turtle. Then the ones that are running around, the bear and Mashko Komeginam. But my grandfather, Meshumis, Bastian could named him, and also the timber wolf. I'll call him my dog, my pet dog, because he's the one that took me over to Vietnam and he brought me home safe. I made a special offering to him, all the ones that are running around. Then the garden, Hogitigan, there's a lot of plant life that he set. Mainly the sage and the tobacco that is given to the Anishinaabe people to use to open up the communication and line between the spirit and all the animal, the animals that are running around. Made offerings to all of them with your tobacco and your food. And I, of course, big thank you. And the one that shines the light on us today, he says, I'll take your tobacco tomorrow and your food tomorrow morning. And he said that I'm really glad that you still believe and you follow the way that has been given to the Anishinaabe people. He says that I'll take mine in the morning. And that's about the extent of it. And also the grandfathers, like my grandfather, that taught me everything on what to do with each ceremony, all of them that I made the offering to. And again, I forgot the grandmother moon who's shining light on us tonight. I made an offering to her, all your tobacco and your food. So that's about the extent of my ceremony. Made an offering to all of them. And of course, I said my Anishinaabe name, Tetegeguneb. And now my clan is a Caribou, Ajik. And then I said, thank you, big thank you. So that's the extent of my ceremony. Miigwech for listening. Miigwech.
It's Jean.
Miigwech.
Miigwech, thank you. Thank you. When Jean mentioned Nasi, for those, oh my gosh, my light went off. For those of you that might remember, Nasi used to walk into the village every day to eat his lunch, and it was always on time, and he always did it the same time, and with his little walking stick. It was really nice to see that. Anyway, with that, Miigwech, Jean, I'd like to go with the approval of the minutes for 10/21/20 in Net Lake.
Kathy,
Yes, Jean.
can you hear me?
Yes, we
You
can.
know, okay, you know what I'd like to request
Sure.
is a replenishing of the walleye in Vermilion.
Oh, yeah.
I went fishing over there 3 times and I didn't hardly catch anything. So that's what I was thinking, that maybe we should, being that we do all the netting and stuff
Yeah.
like that we should be able to replenish, help restock the lake. That's what my request is, Chief should know that too, that a lot of fish are taken out during netting season. And that was my request, is just to ask to
Okay,
replenish the lake. So that's the extent of my wish. I'll be good. Do me well.
Miigwech, Jean.
Miigwech.
And I know we've talked with the DNR also about their hatchery over there and the restocking of the lake. So we are trying to be on top of that, but we will also look at what our efforts can be or what we can do in that matter. So we'll try to address that. Gee, Miigwech, Jean.
Oh.
Okay, next we have we'll be on approval of minutes for 10/21/20.
I had a question on page 3 of the meeting minutes.
Okay,
It says, when we talked about doing the food boxes, I pointed out that we're doing one for Nut Lake, Vermilion, Duluth, and the Twin Cities. And I also asked about Bemidji, if we could do that over there. And there was mention of, I do believe, Leech Lake doing it, and if our band members would be getting services there. Have we checked in on that?
yes, I did talk to Farron Jackson over at Leech Lake, and they are getting some assistance, but in our Turk meeting the other day, we discussed about bringing some breakfast boxes, I think, for elders over there, possibly, or some of the other boxes that we're going to be getting in the future for the Bemidji area. Yes, we are going to be addressing.
Kathy,
Yes, Jean.
there's one thing that I
Sure,
forgot to mention is that
that's okay. Go ahead.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Can all the guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I have a remedy for that coronavirus. I already healed one person on the reservation. So if anybody else has any problems with that, I can help them.
Okay. Sounds
That's
good, Jean.
coronavirus.
Let her know what they need to do. They need to.
And they do the same thing as the Bogichigan, the week when they win, the gifts and the food, and of course the tobacco. 4 offerings, 4 gifts,
Okay,
dish and tobacco. What I did with that person is they put the gifts and the tobacco and the food on the porch.
okay,
Then I went and put the medicine on the porch.
oh,
And
okay,
I took all their gifts and their tobacco.
okay,
And when I got home, I did the ceremony at home. So that's one thing I wanted to let you know, that I can help people with that coronavirus.
okay. Okay,
Which-
Jean, do you mind if we get that out there for people to know?
Yeah,
Okay, we'll do that. Thank you, sir. Miigwech. Okay,
Okay.
Shane,
Huh?
the Bemidji one, yeah, we will be setting up, I think we talked about another delivery in a couple weeks, and it doesn't have to be all on the same day. So we'll be trying to get a hold of some people over in Bemidji and setting up a site there.
Okay, good.
Any other questions on the minutes?
Nope.
If not, I'll call for a motion to approve the October 21/20 minutes.
Move.
Moved by Shane. Is there a second?
Second. Trav.
Oh, seconded by Trav. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposed, silent, motion carried. Okay, Rob.
Okay, next we have an introduction of new staff members. First up, we have Tony Wakeham up out at Public Works as an admin assistant.
She's on mute. Welcome, Tony.
She's muted.
She's muted and
Okay,
welcome. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Welcome.
There, she's unmuted.
There.
Hi, sorry.
That's okay. Hi, Tony.
I ran away for a minute.
Well, you came back.
Yeah. There's too many phones out
Congratulations.
here. I'm confused.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
There you are. Hi.
There she is. Congratulations, Tone.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Good work out there.
Trying.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
Okay, next we have Frank Bardo. He's a maintenance tech under Public Works.
He's done with our now.
Oh, okay.
Hey, this camera won't come on.
Oh.
I broke it already.
No, you didn't, Frank. Well, welcome aboard, Frank.
Thank you.
On board.
Welcome, Frank.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Okay, welcome, Frank. And then next we have Crystalline Patrick. She's an admin assistant under HR.
I think she was supposed to be with Darnell too.
Oh, okay.
She's
Are
right
you
here.
there? Hi, Crystalline.
Hi,
Congratulations and welcome.
thank you.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, welcome aboard.
Welcome.
You can just hear him laughing. Go ahead.
Okay, next we have Stacy Howe. She was hired under the COVID relief under accounting.
Hi, Stacy.
No, hold on one second.
Well, she's not there yet.
Not here yet.
Kind of hard. It's dark. I can't see. Oh, she's all set. Hi, Stacy.
Hi.
There you are.
Hey, Stace.
Welcome.
Hi, welcome.
Aboard.
Congratulations. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, congratulations. We know you'll do a great job. Thank you.
Welcome, Stace.
Oh, she's shy. She's
Okay, welcome aboard, Stace. Next we have Nikki Irvin. She's the accounting clerk.
Hi, Nick. Welcome aboard. Congratulations again.
Congratulations.
Welcome aboard, Nick.
Welcome, Francis.
Welcome.
Okay, welcome aboard. Next we have Rachel Tuve, substance use prevention specialist, and I apologize if I butchered your name. Sorry.
There.
Hi, Rachel.
Okay,
Welcome aboard.
thank you. And Robbie, you said my name right. No worries.
Okay. Okay.
Congratulations and thanks for coming to work at Boys Fort.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
What'd they
Have a good
say?
day.
What do they say? Two is better than one.
Oh my goodness.
I'm kidding.
Oh my
Welcome
God.
aboard, Rachel.
Thank you.
Next we have
I don't see Adrian on here.
Okay.
Where's Adrian at? Adrian is at New Moon?
Yeah, Adrian Whiteman. She's a housing stabilization caseworker.
Okay.
And next we have Brett Hansen. He's a SOAR benefits case manager.
Right, hold on.
Yes,
Good morning. Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you
Hi,
very
welcome.
much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Welcome aboard.
Thanks.
Good.
Welcome aboard.
Well, Good luck and with the position and have a good day.
You too. Thank you. Appreciate
you.
it.
Welcome aboard, Brett.
Thanks. All right.
Okay, next we have Jessica Gustafson, the Substance Use Prevention Specialist.
I don't see her on either.
Okay,
I think her schedule is different.
Oh, okay. Jessica didn't get the email, so, but okay. She's in International Falls?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
But that's all I got on the list for today. And
Holy, what did I do? Okay. All right, good. Okay, well, a lot of new staff. That's good. Okay, we will move on with the consent agenda. I'll read it off. Approve the request from Lynette Tottinen to sole source the renewal of MLR Prodigy contract for software for the PRC program. Approve the request from Amber Zapata to sole source the contract with Software Touch Corporation for the database Amber uses for her program at an annual cost of $6,000. Approved to sole source for emergency trench line emergency conduit wire. Approved for November 3, 2020 early release to go vote. Adopted resolution number 55-2021 Fortune Bay Assistance Program Resolution. Adopted resolution 56-2021 establishing the Boys Fork COVID Energy Assistance Program. Approved the Boys Fork COVID-19 Energy Assistance Program guidelines. Approved a $500 fire donation to Jenna Lee Porter, who had a house fire on October 29th, 2020. Any questions on the consent agenda? If not, I'll call for a motion to approve.
Move.
Moved by Shane. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Dave. All in favor signify by saying aye.
All right.
Aye.
Opposed, silent, motion carried. Okay, next we have then is Mary Lagarde, request for donation of wild rice for elders, annual elders and children's holiday basket.
Hi, can you hear me? I'm sorry, can you hear me?
I can, I'm not sure. Everybody's leaving the meeting right now. Must be some
Yeah.
kind of trouble.
Yeah. It's
Hey, something just
Yeah.
happened and it seemed like the whole Zoom meeting something just happened right there. Like the whole power in this building or this room went out or something.
Okay.
Just hang on, it'll
There's a
pick back up
scheduled
here.
outage from 11 to 10 to
Oh,
11.
hey, there's a scheduled outage from 10 to 11 today.
Oh,
So what do we have to do? Put this on hold? Make a motion?
I'll make a phone call here and I'll see what the best option is.
Hold on, Dar. Mary, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, sorry, we had the power go out, so we're just getting restarted, okay?
Okay.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. That's right. I forgot there was a scheduled power outage from today from 10 to 11.
Hello?
Oh,
We're having technical difficulties. We lost power. There was a scheduled power outage from 10 to 11, and they said our generator would be okay. Well, that kind of took a while. Too bad internet's really good, but you need power with it, so.
I'm back.
Hey, Mary.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Good. We're just waiting for Dave to get back on. Let's see. I think that's it then. Well, that was a little surprising, so. Just bear with us, Dave. Mine took a while to reboot here, so I'm sure Dave's is taking a while. There he is. That's not Dave. Where's Robbie?
He was on earlier. Hold on.
We're
Yeah.
missing Rob?
Yeah, he's not back on yet.
Okay, hold on.
Bet you thought, what the heck's going on, huh, Mary?
I thought it was just me.
Waiting for Executive Director Robbie Goggleye to get on. There, oh, there he is. Are you on, Rob?
We go.
Okay, good. All right.
Can I get Wicco?
Okay.
Oh, Ed's got to get Wicco here.
Oh, okay. Hang on, now we gotta wait for our secretary. Bear with us. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
Oh, Travis.
We're still waiting for her. She must be having some problems out there. Rob, is she having problems? Is Ed helping her? Or?
Yeah. He's at their desk right now, so I'm
Okay.
not too sure how long it'll be here. Just got a call from the store. Gotta get a hold of Joel. They're having generator issues.
Oh, I bet it's warm down in the cities area, huh, Mary? Has it been warm down there?
Yeah, it was like 75 yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you still have snow?
There's still some hanging around, yeah.
Okay. That's my mom lives in Evelyn, so
Is your mom Shirley?
yes.
Okay, I know your mom. She used to work at Fortune Bay.
Yeah, she worked there for I think over 20 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a long time.
yeah.
In bingo.
Oh,
That's where she worked.
That one must have did something to her computer or something, that power outage. This is being recorded though, right, Rob?
Yes. As far as I know it is.
She's just getting on now.
Okay.
Sorry. Computer won't start.
Oh, okay. Slower than mine. Are things pretty quiet down there after the election, Mary?
Yeah, it was a little, there was some unrest last night, but it was under control. But this evening, there's supposed to be large protests by a number of different groups. So, my building has, I've been boarded up since, since the death of George Floyd. And I never took the boards down. A few of them I did because we had a couple windows shot out.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so those had to be replaced. So, other than that, I've pretty much kept the boards up on the Indian Center. And every time I think I'm going to take them down, I think again. So,
yeah,
everybody started boarding up again. So I'm just leaving them.
Yeah.
They look nice, so they're painted, so the artists have come in and they've done a lot of murals on them, so they don't look too bad.
Oh, that's good.
But it's kind of dark in there.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, with all the windows boarded up like that. So I'm just going to keep it that way for a while.
Well, we hope things will be safe tonight for everybody, and wish you the best there. But I guess we can go ahead now. Victoria's on the line, so go ahead, Mary.
All right. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Chairwoman Shavers and members of the council. My name is Mary Lagarde, and I am the Executive Director of the Minneapolis American Indian Center. I'm also a member of the White Earth Nation. And the request that has been put forward is a request for a donation of wild rice. In years past, with the Minneapolis American Indian Center, we have always provided, times for holiday events, within the center. So, we always have an annual holiday party for the elders. We've also done gifts and parties, for the families and the youth that we provide services to. And annually, we work with over 4,000 individuals, within the Twin Cities area. With coronavirus, just like I'm sure you're facing, a lot of changes. We in Minneapolis, have had to do a lot of changes too. Very limited in-person meetings and activities. We have gone to providing distance learning for our youth so they can come to the Indian Center and have, one-on-one assistance with their schoolwork. And then with our elders program, normally our elders would come in Monday through Friday for congregate dining. And, they have been home. We have not been providing that, but what we did do was, moved with our cafe at the Indian Center. We're not open to the public, but what we are doing is providing healthy indigenous lunches, to elders in Minneapolis and in the St. Paul area. So, at the high point, I think we were getting about 217 lunches delivered. So we're also doing the delivery of it. Right now, I think we're at about 150 that we do consistently. So, with the holidays and all of the changes that, we've had to do to make accommodations, our request is for wild rice, and our intention is to provide holiday baskets to families and to our elders that we are providing services to in the community. We want to make sure that, our elder population are staying safe. So within those holiday baskets would not only be some non-perishable foods, but also some much needed medical supplies and a gift. We really want, our elders to know that they're appreciated in the community. So the request that we've asked of Boys Fort is for up to 50 pounds of wild rice. We have also put similar requests into Leech Lake and then also to Whiter. In addition to that, we were invited to put a request into the Shakopee Mdewakanton Sioux community, which, if granted, would help with the gifts that we normally distribute, on top of Toys for Tots that we do. So, if you have any questions, please ask me. So I really appreciate the time that you've taken to listen to me, and I stand for questions.
I'd like to congratulate you on your position there as getting the executive director for the Indian Center. We know that a lot of our tribal members utilize the Indian Center down there for services or whatever they may have the need for. And so I believe that we would contribute each year to the meal that council members, any comments?
No, I would just kind of like to say thank you for all you do for our band members that are located in the Twin Cities metro area. It's greatly appreciated.
You're welcome.
I would ask, do you have an idea how many Boys Forters you serve?
I don't, and I knew this question was going to come up. So that I don't know. I know the majority of, the natives that we're serving are members of, tribes within the state of Minnesota. And then also, just a lot of, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wisconsin tribes. So of Boys Fort, I couldn't tell you right now.
Thank you for what you're doing.
You're welcome.
Do we want to do a donation of 50 pounds for the American Indian annual elders and children's holiday baskets?
I would say yes.
I'm okay.
Okay, let's have a motion to approve a donation of 50 pounds of Boys Fort wild rice, the best rice in the world, if I may add, for the American Indian Center annual elders and children's holiday basket.
I'll make a motion.
Oh, moved by Shane, seconded by Chief. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, silent, motion carried.
Thank you again.
Yeah,
Thank you. And then we'll try, we'll have Robbie get in touch with you to get the rice down there to you.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Keep up the good work, and we really appreciate all that you do.
Thanks.
Miigwech. Okay. Mr. Astelford, Joel Astelford.
I think he might have lost power. He's not on here.
Oh. Okay, should we just skip him and go to Pam then until he gets power?
Well, I don't know. He's got stuff going on all day, he said. Some testing on his new pump house out there.
Oh, well, they can't test it if there's no power. We have a resolution here from Joel. It's for the Tribal Transportation Improvement Plan and Direct Services Agreement with BIA Roads. I can read the resolution. Whereas the lawful governing body of the band is the Boys Fort Reservation Tribal Council, and it is authorized to enter in agreements with other governmental entities including the federal government, and whereas the band has entered into a self-governance compact and an annual funding agreement with the United States Department of the Interior, Bureau of Indian Affairs, whereas the RTC has determined that the efficient delivery of certain services relating to transportation improvements can be best achieved by allowing the Bureau of Indian Affairs to retain funds to perform specified services. And now therefore be it resolved that the Bois Forte Reservation Tribal Council hereby approves the retained services addendum for FY 2021 attached hereto as Exhibit 1 and authorizes the chairwoman to execute the addendum on behalf of the band. Trying to read my addendum. It's adding, I believe it looks like it's also adding a summary description of the scope of work follows a project for Tibbetts Trail project engineering survey design at an estimated cost of $5,000 to that. And he says in his email that, as always, just because the projects are listed doesn't mean that they'll get done in that particular year. We'll be approving 2 resolutions. That's the first resolution, adding Tibbetts Trail. Do we have a motion to approve the first resolution? Or any questions?
Move on the first resolution.
Moved by Chief. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Dave. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, silent, motion carried. Okay, next is a resolution. It says whereas the lawful governing body of the band is the Bois Forte Reservation Tribal Council, and it is authorized to operate programs, perform functions, and undertake activities that improve the infrastructure of the Bois Forte Reservation. And whereas the Bois Forte tribal government has worked to develop the 2021 through 2024 Bois Forte Transportation Improvement Plan, known as the Plan, and seeks to incorporate the plan into the Bureau of Indian Affairs Control Schedule Transportation Improvement Plan, which is also known as CSTIP, as a required step for the band to receive its tribal shares funding. And now therefore be it resolved, the RTC approves the needs and priorities as set forth in the 2021 through 2024 Bois Forte Tribal Transportation Plan for the projects listed in the CSTIP form attached as Exhibit 1 to this resolution, and further approves incorporation of the plan into the BIS CSTIP. Great, there's 3 resolutions. Okay, it's his tribal transportation plan for the next 3 years is basically what it is. Do you have any questions on that, guys?
Nope.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the CSTIP plan for 2021 through 2024? Their motion to approve that resolution.
Move.
Who was that? Trav? Chief?
No.
Chief?
Yeah.
Okay, moved by Chief. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Shane. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, silent, motion carried. The next resolution is with regards to retained services addendum for FY21. Is that the same one that we just did, Robbie?
The same one, Kathy.
Oh, okay, that's the same one. So that there's the duplicate.
Alright.
So that's Joel. Joel is done. Thank you, Wick. Okay, next we have Pam Hughes. Blue Moon Shelter Plus Care MOU renewal. Hi, Pam.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
You have the floor, young lady. Nice hat.
Oh, it's, my friend Leah beads them for me.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So what I have is just the MOU for St. Louis County, or between St. Louis County and Bois Forte, for our Shelter Plus Care at New Moon, which is subsidy for 6 of our units over there for individuals that have disabilities. So it could be a physical disability, it could be mental health, it could be substance use. So this pays the portion of their rent.
Okay.
You know, and if they have no income, it pays 100% of their rent.
Pam, how long have we been in this agreement with St. Louis County?
Since they opened New Moon.
Okay, that's quite a while.
Yeah, and so this is one that tribes cannot apply for on their own because it's through HUD.
Oh, okay.
So St. Louis County has to do the application, and then we're included in it. So every year there's a bunch of information that I have to submit for the application process. You know, we have accounting has to submit certain information. We have to do like they're called APR reports that we have to submit to St. Louis County once a year. And those all go to HUD.
Okay. Sounds like it's a really good program for our tenants at New Moon.
Yes, it is, because those are 6 units that we won't have to worry about being subsidized.
Okay.
Because we'll have the 6 of them. And what we try to do at New Moon is if we have a shelter plus care tenant leave, then we pull from the wait list somebody that's eligible for that, so
Okay.
that we are always using our 6 units.
Okay.
Yep, because it helps
don't-
on our operating expense grant, so
And again, if we don't use it, we lose it.
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Any questions for Pam? If not, I'll call for a motion to approve the New Moon Shelter Plus Care MOU with St. Louis County.
Move.
Moved by Shane. Is there a second?
Okay.
Second by Dave. You're muted, Trav. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, silent, motion carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pam. Good job. Next, we have Barb Rodine. Resolutions.
She was here earlier. I don't know if she got internet access or not. She was having problems.
Oh, I see her on there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're muted, Barb.
Sorry, I muted you, Barb.
She's still muted. There you go. Hi, Barb.
Hi,
Good morning.
good morning. Okay, the first resolution I have is a resolution lease cancellation for Jonathan Letty. He sold his cabin back to his dad.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve the residential lease cancellation for Jonathan Letty?
Move.
Was that, Travis? Motion by Travis. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Shane. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, silent, motion carried. Okay.
Okay.
I had a question.
Okay.
Really, before we begin the next question, I have a question. My kid's property's on this next one. Do I need to get out?
No, we're doing John Letty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have to do the residential lease now for John Letty, not Jonathan.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Sorry.
Okay, so next I have a residential lease for John Letty. He purchased Jonathan's cabin.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve the residential lease for John Letty?
Move.
Second.
Moved by Chief. Second by
Second.
Dave. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, silent, motion carried.
Now, this one, do I need to leave?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll be back.
okay. Chief is leaving the meeting due to this involves his son's lot.
Okay. We received a letter from Terry Defoe. It was addressed to the tribal council and the land office. And she is requesting an additional lot that is next to the lot of the home she just bought. And the lot that she is requesting, she actually had put in to split the lot between her and the next person over, which would be Chief's sons. But I went over there and did a site visit. All the lots on Cemetery Road are 75 to 80 feet on the lakeside and 72.33 to 84.76 on the roadside. Terry's lot that she just bought the house on is 59.27 at the lake and 50 at the road.
Wow.
So she
It's a
doesn't
small lot.
yeah, she doesn't have any room on either side. She would be having some lease violations with the setbacks.
Mm.
So, and in her letter, she states that she would like to build a garage in the future. But the average size of a 2-stall garage is 24 by 24.
Mhm.
And so when I was over there, I measured it out. And even if we split the lot for her, she would still not have enough.
Garage.
Yeah, she wouldn't have enough area to meet the setbacks for the garage. So I'm actually going to ask the council if she could just be, if we could just add that lot onto her lease. So she has, it's a very small, she has a very small lot to begin with. And the house she bought was Dan Zico. Dan Zico has a house, a garage with an apartment on top, and then he had this like extra house that she purchased.
Oh, okay.
So that's and she didn't purchase it from Dan. She purchased it from Dwayne Hughes and Truitt because he,
Oh, okay. Any comments?
Yeah, Barb.
Yeah.
I mean, it says the formerly leased person, did we already rescind that lease before, or do we have to rescind that?
No, that lease expired in 2010, and it was never renewed. I have paperwork in that individual's file that says that they were trying to renew that lease in 2012, but it never, the paperwork was never completed.
That
So,
person is deceased now, huh?
correct.
Barb, what is the amount of footage for the lot, the extra lot here? Do you know?
Yes. Hold on a second. It is 80 feet at the lake and 75 feet at the road.
Okay. Are there any other lots like this over there, Barb? I have a feeling there are.
Yeah, and we looked at the land use plan committee, and I looked at a couple and determined that, you know, they're too small to build anything on. And so I'm in the process of presenting those lots to the council to either split them or declare them as like green space.
Oh, okay.
They're, when the group of us looked at those lots, they're too small to build on. But the group did say that if we did split them between the two people that were on each side of those lots, that those lots, we would recommend, or they recommend that no building take place on them, or, you know, that it's basically green space because they're so small.
Okay. Any other questions for Barb, council?
The other.
Oh, go ahead, Barb, or Shane.
If she was granted this additional lot, she wouldn't be able to put anything on it then, correct?
No, she would, because she is a resident, she has a residential lease. The other lots that we looked at were recreational leases. So she would be able to put something on this lot because she has a residential lease.
Okay.
Were you gonna say something else, Barb?
Yeah, most of the places on Cemetery Road there's a mixture of residential and recreational. And most of the other residential people have 2 or more lots.
So by adding this on, it would be 130 feet at the lake for her and 125 feet at the road?
Yeah. Which is still smaller than the other lots that are combined over there. I would have to take out a calculator, but for example, this one person has 2 lots and they're roughly 84.1 feet, both of them. And so that's, you know, and then at the road, it would be 72. Hold on a second. I don't like trying to just guess. So for example, the one person that has 2 lots has 227.75 feet of lakeshore. And at the road, they have 144.67 feet.
Okay.
So you can see there's a, you know, a significant difference. And
yeah. Okay, what would you like to do, tribal council?
So the lot she's asking for, nobody has that lot right now?
No, it's like I said, it expired back in 2010, and it looks like they were trying to renew it in 2012, but the paperwork was never completed. And it's just like I would probably bring it to the council and have it designate. I mean, there's no way somebody can build on it. It's too small. There is a small shed on it that has a fairly new looking door, but I think Dan Zika is using that.
Okay. Do you want to approve the lot, the request for the additional lot, or what do you want to do, council?
I don't have no problem with it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it either.
Yeah, if
Okay.
nobody has the lot, then I'm okay with it.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve the request for additional lot by Terry Defoe?
Second.
Moved by Shane, seconded by David. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, silent, motion carried. Hey Barb, can you get us the lot number and stuff for the, just for the minutes and stuff?
Yeah, I'm actually coming up on Friday and I'll bring the original paperwork up then.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
But I just want to thank the tribal council for approving this because I'm trying to help a lot of younger band members who work for us obtain homes on the reservation, lots on the reservation so that they can build. I have a lot of people that are interested in doing that. So
good.
I just think that that's one of the things that we can use to retain our employees is
good.
Once they have a lot and can build, it's more apt that they stay.
Good job. Thank you for that. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next we have Terry Morrison. Updated application policy and appeal process for the elderly needs program.
Hey, Chief. Sorry. Okay, there he is.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh.
Hi, Tribal Council. This is Ashley. I'm here with Terry today.
Hi, Ashley and Terry.
I don't know if she's here yet.
Oh, hi, Ashley.
Hi. She's in her office.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Hi, Terry.
So I'm gonna introduce what we're asking for today. We're asking to change some language on the elderly needs application. The main one is we are not allowing we're not allowing veterans benefits as an income.
Oh, we are allowing, sorry.
Oh, we're not allowing.
The change.
Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna start over. I just got confused. We were asking to change the language in the application that we are not allowing veteran benefits as an income. That wasn't on there before, and that's all we're asking to change in the income process as verification. And some of the items that were also added on the application for accepting were that the residents be permanent, not cabins, and that, yeah, those are the only main ones that we were asked to have changed on the application.
Ashley and Terry, I have a question. I think that's a good thing because I think a lot of elders that serve the country, I don't feel it's right to take their veterans benefits away. They've, done a great service for all of us. I like what you did here. The question I have is regards to, we get a lot of calls from elders in the Minneapolis area about the program, and we used to have it for the state of Minnesota, but we pulled it back because I believe that we ran out of money sooner. Is that correct? We put it back to St. Louis, Couching, and Itasca.
So I'll answer that one. So initially the funding from this program came from the payments from the licensing, the 1854.
Okay.
And then when they dispersed that out to all band members, then we had to find a different funding source. So we were using health, we had to use health third-party funds, and we didn't have the funding in that line item to sustain how much it was getting to be every year, is my understanding. So right now we have $28,000 in there, and people are eligible every 2 years in those counties. We're spending between around 26 to 28,000 a year. If we opened it up to everyone, we would have to double that budget. Because one of the suggestions, I know you're thinking, so one of the suggestions was to put the people in those 3 counties 1 year, but we have all those people split over 2 years. So if we combine them into 1 year, we need $56,000 that year to fund all those requests. And then open it up to off-res in the other year. I have talked to Dan. Dan's doing some research on that to see if we have the monies available for that. I don't see that budget. So.
Okay. Because I know that there are some, and I'm not sure about resources in the Minneapolis or the urban areas. And I shouldn't just say Minneapolis, because we're also talking about Bemidji and like Two Harbors, everybody outside that service area. So, but I know that that's one of the things is that, and I don't mean to sound disrespectful, but some elders just wait for things and you know, when it says it's a need, is it really a need-based type thing? Because elders within the 3-county area basically have an option for it every 2 years, but should it be open to the off reservation or outside that service area is my question for the council. Go ahead, Ashley.
Okay, there is something on the application that does say the need must be an emergency need. I like to tell our clients that this program is for emergency needs. And that's why we ask to have a document from a different agency declining help. So they have to go through that first.
Okay.
But I do get a lot of flack on that. Like I got a lot of that, especially this year. Why are you making this so difficult? Like that's just how the process is. I'm sorry. And you know, I'd like to repeat that this is supposed to be an emergency need program. It does say that on the application.
Okay. Council, any comments or?
I guess, yeah, I think we've discussed this before, and I think Terry is right on that, you know, switching it. We've talked very.
Oh, he froze up. Chief, you froze up.
What?
You froze up. We didn't hear what you said.
Oh, maybe I didn't need to talk then.
No, go ahead.
You got cut off after Terry.
Well, anyway, I was just saying, I think it's right what Terry was saying about, we have talked numerous times about, not numerous, but a couple times about this program and having it 1 year on the res and 1 year off the res. And it's a tough one because that's not a whole lot of money.
No.
For the band members. What did she say? 28,000?
Yeah.
All right, that's not a whole lot of money when you start thinking about our elders. I mean, you know, we did meals up here for elders, 150 meals. I think this is pretty much the same in Net Lake. So you divide that 28,000 by 300 people. That don't boil down to a whole lot of, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it goes pretty fast. And that's just living within the boundaries of the reservation.
Honestly, we haven't run out of funding in several years.
Oh, we haven't?
No. So we've run, that's what I mean, we've run around $26,000 to $27,000 the last 3 years.
Since 2007, we used up 83 to 85% of those funds.
That's pretty good. But if we were to say we were to switch it to off every other, I wonder how that would, you know what I mean, affect the band or I think it would make that numbers jump a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Just a question.
Harry,
Yep.
how many, how much do we average? How many people do we averagely help each year? I mean, is there like a kind of an average every year, or like 30, 40 or something like that? Or?
Oh, that we help?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me pull out my calculator. The average, so probably 43, depending on if they use all the funding. If everyone uses $600, I just divided 26,000 by $600. So that'd be about 43.
And so do we help that many each year, or not quite?
We might help a few more than that because not everyone spends the full 600.
Okay.
So we're talking about a third of our elders every year. A third or less.
Terry, I think what we had talked about before too was we are noticing more handicapped and disabled in an elderly home. And say like the homeowner is an elder, 60 or 55 years or older, then they have like my generation coming in that are becoming more disabled or handicapped. Spend of not being able to apply again. Unless it's an emergency need, they can apply and get accepted depending on the need. But I think 1 year we had talked about within that 2-year span in the household, the elder or in the household, one person apply that year. And if there was another handicap,
Could a nurse come to the front desk?
an elderly or disabled in the same household the following next year. So that would be able to qualify more people being able to apply. Because in the application, it only says one household per year or one person per household.
Yeah, I didn't make that change and I probably should have.
So are you saying that you're going to make it, or you were just saying something about having 2 people in one household get it each year?
Yes.
So that comes up sometimes if, say, their furnace goes out and then we help them with the furnace, and then the other person living in the household needs a bed. So then they'll need a bed.
Okay.
Or would we just file that under like an emergency need? Would we consider that an emergency need?
Well, the bed wouldn't be an emergency need, but the furnace would be.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but do you know how many elders we have in Minnesota? Was there like 700 or am I thinking wrong?
Yeah, I think the last number I can remember is about 743.
Minnesota.
Just within the state, yeah.
Okay. Oh, hi, Terry.
I realized it wasn't on video. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Okay. If you guys are okay with the program the way it is now with those changes, or what do you want to do?
Looking at the first page, I don't know if they addressed this already or not, but under who is eligible, number 3, have gross income of less than 250% of the federal poverty level. Is that right?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Most programs are like under, you can't make more than under 150 or 200. With that 250% poverty level, one eligible person can't exceed $2,640. It changes every year.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that's a higher income than some of the most programs that are out there
Mhm.
by using that 250, like Ashley said. I think that with that veterans income not being counted will help others.
Yeah, we've denied a few over the past few years that would qualify if we didn't count the veterans.
Maybe we should do some type of survey for the off reservation just to see if they have any needs, because there are resources out there that we're not aware of, and maybe our urban offices can help us with that. Maybe for next year to take a look at this for the off reservation or outside that service area, just to get an idea, get some numbers. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I noticed like Jackie has a lot of different, utilizes the different resources down there to help out the elders, like furniture, different things. She has, and Wendy too, I believe, utilizes some different programs like that. I think there's a lot more programs that we're really not aware of out there for our band members that they can utilize. I think we should have a list.
Okay, like a resource directory.
A resource guide, yep.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not opposed to helping them. And that would be one of the,
depends on funding too.
yeah.
Okay.
And that would be one of the ways we could help them is by having that resource available.
Okay.
I was here when they restricted it down to the 3 counties. And the reasoning was that we were running out of funds really early.
Yeah.
And that a lot of the bigger cities have more resources. Whereas if you live up here, there isn't any, like we're the resource. So that was kind of, we brought it to the elder committee at the time. And that was their thinking too, because they were getting upset because we were running out of funding. So when they needed something, they had to wait till the next year.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Terry. Do we have a motion to approve the updated application policy and appeal process for the elderly needs program as presented today?
Is that one more question, Kath?
Oh, sure, Dave, go ahead. Sorry.
Mr. Terry, did we put a cost of living increase go to that, towards that gross income level there, or did we ever think about using anything like that? Or?
We look up the federal poverty guidelines every year, and we adjust it. Adjusts up. The federal guidelines adjust up every year. Yep.
Okay.
Terry, are we going to look at adding that additional language to that household? Like one person in
Are
the
you guys
household
interested in making that change today?
Council, are you okay with that change?
I'm trying to see where it is.
Oh, I hear what you're saying. You're saying like, say Gwen requested a washer and dryer one year for a house, and then her significant other, Daryl, the following year could request a bed. Is that the type of deal you're talking about?
A bed, or if their fridge goes out or something like that. We don't see it often, but now we're seeing it more, especially if a child lives with an elder parent and they're both elders.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where we're seeing it. And also like if sisters live together, that kind of thing. So we probably, how many requests have we had for that, Ash? In the last?
About 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Within the last year?
Well, before that, about 10 last year.
Oh, wow. I would say, yeah, I mean, I'm in favor of revisiting that. And if we need to do it today, yeah.
It goes on, I think that would go under how often can I apply, because it says in there.
Yep. I see it now. I was trying to find it. So
one request per household every 2 years, it says in there.
But there would, language need to be changed in how much assistance can I get? The program will provide assistance up to 600 per household. That would have to be changed.
Oh. Yeah, so we'd have to change it under how often I can apply to 1 request per elder every 2 years.
Is that
after
2
receiving
elders or
assistance.
would that be 2 elder and disabled and handicapped mixture?
Oh, yeah, two
Mhm.
applicants?
Okay, how about we just move on the one we have in front of us and you guys bring that up to us again?
Okay.
Would that work?
Yep.
I make a move for that.
Okay. Chief will approve the policy in front of us with regards to the updated application and the policy appeal process. And you can bring it back for the other modification. Is there a second on this policy?
Second.
Second by Travis. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Nice.
Aye.
Oh, opposed, silent, motion carried. And then Terry, when you bring that back with those changes, if we can just put it in the minutes that maybe for next year, we'd like to see numbers with regards to the outside the service area. How many elders, maybe a survey or something of elders. We'll get a hold of the urban offices to see what resources are out there, just to get an idea of numbers within the state of Minnesota.
So
Okay.
basically, just a number of elders that live outside the service delivery area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, ladies.
Did
Good
somebody
job.
oppose?
Oh, I'm sorry. Opposed,
No,
silent?
did somebody oppose?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought somebody opposed.
Motion carried.
Hey, then, now, these changes now, are they gonna get, put out to the people now, so they know, like on the website and, or the elderly
Effective
news or
immediately,
the
Terry?
newspaper?
Yep, effective immediately.
Okay.
And so those changes, people will be made aware of them, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I'll send out emails to Wendy. No, not even. Yeah, Wendy, because she's in St. Louis County.
Okay.
I'll send it to Louise so she can update the website. And then I will also have it in the health share drive so anyone, or actually in the share drive. So they say like, if somebody comes down to the RTG and asks for elderly needs app, the receptionist, it's readily available.
Okay.
Do they still have the, elderly newsletter yet too, or? I haven't seen that for a while, but.
It's been a couple months. I can see if Marilee's gonna do one and if she can get it out.
Okay.
Okay, because those probably could be put in there too, I guess. So.
Okay, good job, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next we have Travis Baki with the agreement with Lutheran Social Services Financial Council.
Senator.
Not Travis Morrison, Travis Baki. Chief, you got your hand up.
Senator Vaki, ain't it? Senator
Councilman.
Vaki.
Oh, hey there. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I couldn't figure out how to unmute. Sorry about that. Okay, so we talked about this at the previous council meeting. This is the Lutheran Social Services contract. I did get clarification from Kim earlier this morning that the full amount that we were approved for by you guys with the COVID money we can use. So that's $6,640. The contract total is $9,600. So that leaves us with $2,960 that we need to cover of that contract. Now it's currently not budgeted because it would be, Kathy would be signing the contract to start that. So we would be covered for the first year in the amount of $29.60. And then moving forward after that, it would be a $9,600 contract billed quarterly. So I've been thinking a lot about how to cover it. And I guess the one area that made the most sense to me was including it as a budget item in the 477 program that we're building. So that doesn't, it's not right now going to take effect until October 21. And so we would just include it as part of that budget. I think it gives us the most flexibility because, a portion of the money that goes into that budget is, for economic development. And some of these services that are being offered from Lutheran Social Services when it comes to bill paying and how to buy a car and how to manage your student loans and things and all those kinds of services. I think it fits there. Obviously I'm open to your thoughts on that, but that's the best place that I thought would be the best fit. The other thing I'll mention is that I did talk to the Minnesota Community Action Grant. And so we can cover a portion of the contract with those grant monies, as long as we're focusing on those who meet the poverty guidelines. Because that's the requirement for the Community Action Grant. So as long as we're focusing on those, we can cover a portion of it with that money.
Okay. I think that's the best to get it under the 477. That Minnesota Community Action Grant, I think, could cover the other part. And then we can look at our budgets once we get them completed for this fiscal year to cover the offset, because financial counseling is huge when it comes to even just employees or people in the workforce area, and the importance of having a good credit score and how to budget and manage your money, those types of things. So I think it's a really important factor when we're looking at workforce development to help people. I mean, I think this program has had some really good success stories because it used to be under the credit union before, but now that the credit union is under Embarrass, I still think we need that service.
Yeah, I agree. And statistics, there are people using this program, even though we don't have a signed contract right now. There are people that are using it. So I think it's a great program. I'd like to at least do it for a year and see what kind of ground we can gain with it. I mean, there are obviously, with COVID makes things a little more difficult, but they do offer educational classes. So, those are things that we can start getting the ball rolling on if we agree and we get this contract signed.
Okay. Any questions for Travis? If not, I'll call for a motion to approve the agreement with Lutheran Social Services Financial Counseling Contract.
I'll
Move. I'm sorry.
Who moved first?
I did.
Dave. Motion by Dave, second by Chief. All in favor signify by saying
I
aye.
was like screaming. I was yelling, move, and I'm on mute.
Motion carried. Thanks, Travis. Good job.
All right. Thanks everybody.
Nice background.
Thank you.
Hey, Rob.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Oh, he jumped up. All right, next we got Danny P.
Oh yeah,
Paratis.
Danny. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Danny.
Bonjour, everybody.
Pick
Bonjour,
her up.
happy belated birthday.
Bonjour, Danny.
Oh, thank you.
Young
Yes,
lady.
it is. It's a privilege to have another birthday. I pray for more and more and more. I am not at my office at the moment, and so I will try to keep this quick. I'm going to help with the food event in Buell. First thing is to request a letter of support for the Good Food Access Program, grant program with the Minnesota Department of Ag. Through my role at the Rutabaga Project, I've been providing technical assistance to the Net Lake C-Store and working with Jenna Letty at Fortune Bay as the management of the C-Store or governing authority, and then also with Doris Isham. So the grant will actually be submitted by the Bois Forte tribal government with your approval, for purchasing fresh food coolers that will go into the unused deli seating area. Since COVID and pandemic is, indefinite at the moment, to make good use of that space, there is a vendor war with Pepsi and Coke vendors in the back of the store that might be vying for space that is currently housing milk and cheese and eggs and fresh, healthy food products. So, we will take them out of competition and store them in their own healthy food access space. Rutabaga Project in winter will work with Josh to do these Arrowhead grown and good food sold here marketing campaigns. Yeah, it's going to be fun. We also want to do a virtual tour, so like a 90-second video just to show the community here's where the healthy foods are in Net Lake. Yeah, and then send flyers around through help with community health programs to those that receive WIC, just for them to be reminded you can make your purchases right at the Net Lake C-Store, that they accept WIC, and all these other local foods maybe that we can get in there. So it'll be a whole shebang. And so we'd like your letter of support to go along with the application. We have sourced 3 quotes from, let's see, a vendor for the coolers out of St. Cloud, one out of Superior, Wisconsin, and one in Duluth. So we'll have 3 bids since it will be over $3,000 for a cooler. And then we've reached out to Purdy Electric to provide a quote that he will get to Doris by next Friday. And then an ask that I forgot to put on the agenda request was to see if the Bois Forte building maintenance crew in Net Lake for the government center could provide physical renovation work, removing the furniture, but then restoring the flooring and the walls. And we would write that in the budget to afford that labor and that help and supplies, if that is of interest. And so I could, it could be where maybe Robbie and the maintenance crew can take a look and see and do a budget. But I'm going to write it in, at least for now, recommending about $2,700 for that work.
Okay.
Yep. And I do have some other updates, but I'll go into them after we have discussion and voting on the Good Food Access Program grant application for the Net Lake C-Store.
I really think that's a great idea, Danny. You're doing a great job with AEOA and connecting the tribe with access to things that we've never had access to before. I know a lot of people want that fresh, fruit and vegetables and stuff at the store and aren't able to get it. So this is another option to support that. I like the video of the store too. That's a really good way of doing things. I don't see a problem with a letter of support for this grant application. The other part, I'm not going to say anything because that's way out of my realm. That's more Robbie with regards to the fixing of the area. But again, it comes to where if we get them funding, but we need to do the letter of support first. So any comments on the letter of support for the grant application? No? Do we have a motion to approve a letter of support for the EFAP Equipment and Physical Improvement Grant that Danny is putting in.
I move.
Moved by Chief. Is there a second?
Second.
Oh,
Second.
rock, paper, scissors. Second by Shane. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Silent. Motion carried. Danny, I'll get that letter done today.
Oh, you're fabulous, Miigwech. And feel
Okay.
free if you want to send it directly to Doris. But if
Okay,
you want to
I will do
CC
that.
me or have Wicco do that. Miigwech, everybody.
I'm
Yay.
gonna have to meet
Thank you,
with
Danny.
Joel and Ernie on that maintenance part, sorry.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Yep, we'll get it figured out. Thank you. Next are our updates. So update on the poll votes from last month. There was one for quarantine meal kits, including indigenous food supplements. AEOA found funding. So Miigwech for your letter of support. In January, we'll set up delivery with Terry Morrison to deliver these 50 meal kits. They are they have 2 weeks of emergency foods in them, like applesauce, cookies, crackers, pork and beans, peanut butter. Not the healthiest stuff, but at least it's food for those that are in quarantine situations and need extra food in the house. Along with that, the indigenous foods supplement. We will have 1 pound of Net Lake wild rice. Yes, Kathy, the best rice in the whole world. There will be maple sugar, which is from a farm, Ojibwe farm in Michigan. Maple sugar is lower in the glycemic index than regular sugar. And there will also be indigenous teas. The sugar and the teas are sourced from ACO, our friends in Duluth. They're Indigenous First gift shop. They got a lot of products online, so I'd love for everybody to go check them out to buy native. And so, yay, thank you to AUA for finding the funds for that. And then we'll also have household hygiene kits coming from United Way, which include some other snacks, but lip balm, deodorant, large print activity book, deck of cards, bar soap, shampoo, hand sanitizer, things like that. And so even if, you know, God forbid, there's actually 50 quarantine situations, in the meantime, it's up to the band, but we're recommending that if anybody calls and needs food right away, regardless of income, that these kits go to them so that they get used before the expiration dates on the products. So, and so, yeah, Terry's aware of this project and it's going forward. So thank you, everybody. Next update is for the Muser Fund. We were just short of the deadline for applying for a part-time food sovereignty position. However, the Rutabaga project, through one of its partners out of UMD, they're looking for funding to afford Boys Fort a 2-year food sovereignty full-time position. And so we got from Kim the budgeting for that position according to Boys Fort's HR percentages and whatnot. So I'll keep you posted on that. I don't have a timeline as to when we're supposed to know. The next thing, the 8th Fire Solar from White Earth, they are doing 2 panel installations at Lake Vermilion this week, starting today through Friday. And one is on a private home and another is on a tax credit unit. So we have 2 housing maintenance technicians that are participating and then 3 non-Boys Fort employee, just community members participating. 8th Fire is writing us into a grant for spring 2021. And at that time, we'd like to do the training in Net Lake. And those that are on the wait list that couldn't participate in this one, they will have first choice before we advertise publicly to get more participants. So next piece is Tella City Hall. I wanted to be prepared to do community input meetings this month, but due to time constraints, we'll have to put out to next month. And I'm just wondering if there's a staff person that I should work directly with. I would imagine Louise, but I just want to be clear that that's okay.
I would say Louise.
Yep.
Awesome. Miigwech, thank you guys. And then the last update, thank you for approving and authorizing me to network band member resources. I think what I'll do is continue to refer band members. I let them know during our training opportunities that if you need anything really to participate in the trainings, to let me know, and then I can connect them on a one-to-one basis with Don or Leanne Hoffman for future trainings. So one other update not on this, I'm part of a group that's working on a food access land trust to co-manage private lands with white landowners to allow for hunting, fishing, gathering access rights for our people. And it's really exciting. It's also to welcome into our African American and low income Anglo white persons who are also socially disenfranchised from the food system. Boys Fort will come back maybe in a couple months with, a development plan and a strategy. We're still kind of chewing on things, but if at any point you guys would like to participate in the planning, we'd love to have you. But I know for time, we'll do strategy work and then present to the council and see how you'd like to collaborate, participate in the future or now. So
Sounds good, Danny. You're busy.
yes. Very, very, it is a definite privilege to have the support of AUA and the Rutabaga Project to be able to participate in this. It's such a beautiful thing and want more people to have the opportunity too. So Chimagwech for your guys' support. It's hopeful, a lot of hope.
Great job, Danny, and Chimagwech to you also, because you're bringing a whole new aspect in with regards to healthy foods and healthy living. So I just think that's awesome because, being where we're located and our four seasons, with winter coming early, and we really want to get those healthy foods to people and do the food sovereignty. It's a huge issue in Indian country, and it's nice to have you as a resource for that. So Chimagwech.
Yay, onward and upward. So 1, 2, 3 team. 1, 2, 3 team. Got this. Chimagwech, everybody.
Yeah, have a good day, Danny.
Thanks,
Yes,
Danny.
you too.
Stay out of trouble.
I'll try.
Okay, Rob.
Okay. Okay, next I have the resolution for National Indian Gaming Association membership dues.
And these come out of the Fortune Bay budgets. So I believe they budgeted that already. Not sure, but I would think so. They pay them every year. So was that a yeah or nay? No, just kidding. Do we have a motion to approve the NIGA dues, membership dues, in the amount of, I'm trying to find my sheet. Oh, in the amount of,
30.
wait, no.
3,500.
$3,500.
3,500? And there's a resolution. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
Move.
Hold it.
Second. Third.
Moved by Chief?
Yeah.
Second by Trav?
Yeah.
All in
Yeah.
favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right.
Opposed, silent, motion carried. Okay,
Okay.
next we have Doris.
Yep.
Good morning.
Good morning, Doris.
Good morning. I lost my electricity at home, and so had to run down to the RTC office here.
We know the feeling.
The first thing I have is a contract with Dave Dance, and I'll just give a little bit of background on what we're proposing. About a month and a half ago, we got notice of a grant that's come due from the Indian Housing Block Grant, and its deadline is on December 10th, and So we immediately start talking about this grant and thought that Kathy mentioned that it would be great if we could replace the elderly units both at Nut Lake and Vermilion. And I'm not sure what year those houses were or those apartment buildings were built, but they have become old and run down, to the point of where it'd be just better to demolish them and replace them with new buildings for elders. And so discussions began around that topic. And so I did make contact with Dave Dance to act as a independent contractor to complete an application for the Indian Housing Block Grant. As you know, the grant is a multi-million project where is up to $5 million is available. It's highly competitive, and for that reason, I immediately thought about Dave because he has a long history of successful grant writing through HUD for these types of projects. And I believe going this route would give us our best chance of getting this elderly housing project funded. And so discussions, as you know, we talked with Dave and he is available to work on this project and very excited about it. And so I have before you a contract that was drawn up by our legal counsel, Jeff Holt. And so I'm asking for your consideration to approve the grant. Or not the grant, the contract.
And Doris and Sidra were notified of this grant application, and it is a short time span. And Dave has worked for the tribe previously and done a lot of grant writing with the Indian Housing Block Grant and Indian Community Development Block Grant, which are two separate programs. And I agree with Doris, he's had great success with that. And it is on a point system with regards to the grant application. We all know from our elderly units, I believe, Doris, if I'm not I think they were built in the 70s. And, they are really not in great condition. And we kind of said to ourselves, would we let our parents or our elderly people live there? And we were saying not really, because they really need to be replaced. And we need to make sure that our elders have adequate housing and safe housing. And so I don't think it hurts to go for it and try. If we don't try, we don't know. Say, for example, if we apply and it's all based on a point system, if we don't get it this year, we'll at least know what points we didn't get or where we need to improve on the application. If we get it, great. That would even be better. That's our goal, is to get this grant. And so I think it'd be a great thing. It'd be nice to have Dave back doing some grants for us. He did have great success in the past. So the amount of the contract is for $12,000, broken up in increments of 5, 5, and 2, 5 prior, 5 after, and then 2 if he receives a grant. And so the contract is before the council, and this would come out of housing funds for that, because it is would be under Boys Fort Housing, the tribal elders, not tribal, but the elders housing program. So that's what we have right now before you. So any questions?
Regarding this contract with Dave Dance, that if he gets it, we'll be able to, the housing program will be able to be reimbursed from the grant, correct? Okay, that's one aspect of it.
Yes.
And if we don't get it, then we're going to be out 10 grand?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And that's the first time, that's what Dave mentioned in our conversation. This is the first time he's seen this application actually have a reimbursement for someone to write the grant. That was in our discussion with him, which was, I didn't know that, but yeah, that's kind of new. So that's good in a way, so.
I think, the other thing too is that, this is $10,000, if he doesn't get it, and we're out $10,000, that's a small price to pay, at least to try and get some better housing for our people.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's just something that we need to pursue.
Yep, okay.
Yep.
Any other comments, guys?
This one,
Okay.
Kathy, this grant is, ain't it like a 2-year, every couple of years grant that goes out?
Yes, it becomes available. It's usually offered annually.
Annually?
Yeah, and it's real competitive. And so,
And I
Yeah.
mean, I think, if I go back and I remember, I think the last time we applied for this here was, I think Carol was in office or was running housing back then. I think she had applied for it or something. It's been a while, but I do remember this grant.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's all I had.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve the contract with Dave Dance in the amount of $10,000 if he doesn't get the grant and $12,000 if he does get the grant?
Move.
Moved by Chief. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Shane. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, silent, motion carried.
Thank you, Doris.
the second thing I have on the agenda, and I hope you have a copy of it, but
Yeah, we do.
It's an agreement with Architectural Resources for your consideration and approval. Part of the requirement of the grant is to include architectural plans that involve site plans, floor plans, specs that the exterior image or the exterior designs, a construction budget. And so in consideration of the limited time involved, I did go ahead and contact Architectural Resources because that's who during my term or my involvement in tribal government, that's who we worked with. And so based on history, that's who I went to. And so they did prepare this agreement, and I have that also submitted for your review. One of the, like I said, one of the things that it will be required in the grant is to provide these architectural plans to make sure that we're in compliance with all the requirements of the grant. And so, yeah, that's before you.
And Doris, I see in the proposal by ARI that the grant application is due on December 10th, but they're to have their work completed by the 1st. So that can be incorporated within the grant application.
Yes, it could be. Okay. And it'll take them up to 3 weeks to prepare this work. And as you know, December 10th is like 5 weeks away, and Dave is going to give us the completed grant a week before the deadline to review. And so we do need to get them on board and get them planning, get the site identified, the definite sites, and then get these things in place so that we can proceed with the grant application.
I know that we had a little kind of pre-discussion or a question was raised by Council Member Drift Shane with regards to we did pass a motion where if there was any major projects, including Fortune Bay and anywhere, that we get 3 bidding processes in place for architectural firms, and that I think due to the time constraint here, we don't have that opportunity to do that. But this is just for the preliminary work. It's not for the actual, you know, nuts and bolts of it, if I could say it that way. That makes sense. So I'm sure the council wants to kind of discuss that. Shane?
Well, yeah, getting back to when we passed that was back on January 2nd of 2019. And was moved by me and then second by Pete Boney to put this bidding process in place. And you know, like you said, we have a short window of opportunity to apply for this grant. You know, it's great. It's going to be great if we get it. You know, but if we don't, then next year, for sure, we're going to have to put the bidding process in place. We're going to have to follow the bidding process. I myself would be in favor of waiving that motion, the bidding process for now, because of the short window that we have. And that, you know, when we met, I think it was last week, this project was looking to be at least maybe a $5 million project. And we were talking about a 25% match. And I pointed out that if it's a 25% match, that it's basically calling for us to come up with $1 million to meet that 25% match. Then it came out later on that we could pursue a different route where it would be like a low income route where we would get like 3 points for it and would still be able to apply and would be able to use the in-kind towards that match. And, you know, $1 million, we don't have $1 million to put towards this program.
No.
You know, and our budget's pretty tight as it is. And, but I'm still in favor of pursuing this because, you know, it's for our band members.
Okay, any other comments?
I would just like to say that, you know, we'll work hard and do the best we can to come up with as much in-kind as possible. So it'll try and save the band from actually putting any cash in, but there may be some cash involved. But like I said, we'll do our best to include as much of our in-house resources to cover the in-kind costs.
Okay, thanks, Doris. Do we have a motion to approve the waiver of the current architectural bidding process due to time constraints of the Indian Housing Block Grant Program? And also to approve the contract with ARI for the initial cost of $12,500 for the elder housing project? Moved by Shane. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Keith.
Yeah.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, silent, motion carried. Hey, Doris.
Okay,
Thank you, Doris.
Just a reminder that if anybody's available, we'll be meeting at Vermillion at 1 o'clock tomorrow to visit the site.
Okay. Thanks,
Okay,
Doris.
thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck. Bye.
Bye.
One last thought, I think, you know, for us is to get that motion that we made back on January 2nd of 2019, to get that out to our people like Boris and Joel and that they're informed of it.
Yep. We'll get that back out there.
I'd like to just say a little comment too. Maybe we should take consideration on architects and have them maybe contracts in case something pops up like this. We have someone to turn to right away without having to go through the whole process of bidding. Like maybe a contract with a firm for 2 years or 3 years. And then whenever we have a project to jump on, we can just, here we got this coming. Can you look at it for us? And then when the 3 years is done, we do it again.
Like negotiate.
Are you saying like have them put in proposals, you mean? The firms?
Just have a firm on hand where we can just jump on board with something like this right away rather than jumping through the big bidding process like we have to forego stuff right now because in a short window. Or if we have somebody on board right now, we can just say, hey, let's talk to whatever firm we got.
I think we'd have to also make sure that we're in compliance with federal regulations. They might require a bidding process.
Oh, yeah,
So, but we can look into that. It doesn't hurt to ask.
yeah.
Okay. We'll talk with him and the powers that be that make us look good. Okay. All right. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Yep.
Oh, made by Chief. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Shane. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, silent, motion carried. Thank you, everybody, for watching today. Chi Miigwech, stay safe. Wash your hands, social distance, wear your masks. Believe the science, it does work. So good luck, everybody. And also, we'll get something out with regards to Gene, what he said today, with what he may be able to do for some of the COVID patients. So everybody have a good week and enjoy the warm weather, but winter's coming, and whoever said, you know, Christmas is just around the corner, according to Doris there with her grant application. So 5 weeks is when that grant is due. So that means Christmas is like 7 or 8 weeks away. So kind of disappointing, but coming fast. But anyway,